And just like that, the Seattle Seahawks roster is down to 53 players to meet the NFL mandated deadline. Shaq Griffin talking to Nico Thorpe. So the players are in their shells. Right now, I'm just trying to get you an idea of who's out here. It's a surprise. There's going to be a shell day. So what you have out here is just the players. What I mean by that is these are your 53 man for the moment. No practice squad, no nothing, no injuries. Not injured players.
Take shape, and fall camp's a grind, OTAs is a grind, and it's finally here, so you can kind of sense that.
Nick making the team as an undrafted guy at your position. What have you guys seen out there?
How has clarity helped this defense in terms of especially another year with Mike?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty much the main thing. Clarity in how we want to play, how we want to obviously meet. It's just clarity of just a standard, and so it's like shooting at a basketball rim, with a target. It's just when you have that goal set, it's easy to hit.
Are you guys, the opportunity you're taking in terms of your group, even I think you talked about it, just as a leader, can you talk about that, the defense, and then specifically to your safeties and quarterbacks?
Yeah, like individually, like my leadership?
Yeah, start from there and then kind of go to the defense.
Yeah, I think my leadership style is most importantly one of awareness. I don't know. I know how I come across. I know how I present myself. And so I know that I got to stay within who I am. I think leaders sometimes mess up trying to be everything at once. And I've learned over the years, just I'm going to be myself. I know what I'm good at, how I can help my teammates in the best way that I see fit. And then just the second is just by example, just trying to go out there and play and try to be a person, try to be a man in this world a certain way, and hopefully the people around me can feed off of it.
Big picture, Julian, how do you kind of feel? You've been here, I guess, 3 years now. How do you kind of feel about this team, where you guys are right now, and kind of how everything's come together, maybe versus the last couple of years?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's exciting. I mean, I took, now, away from the game, I'll say we just feel so settled in as a family. I feel settled in where we're living. in the community, with the fans. It's like a really cool vibe around right now. And then with the team, I feel like we've taken a step up, each of these past few years. And so I just love the place that we're at right now. We're super competitive. We're really close. That locker room, you guys, you see it, but we're pretty close in there. And it's all building into kind of what we want to become. And then tied on top of all that, it's like Mike setting kind of a standard of what the team specifically this year wants to be the 2025 Seahawks. And so I'm excited. We're in an exciting spot. And so now we just got to go out and, work to earn what we can do.
All right, so there you go. You actually saw the roster there, and then you heard from Julian Love and also from A.J. Barner. As far as the roster itself, I didn't see any big surprises there. There's some real, my first surprise, I guess I would say a mild surprise, is that they kept 4 tight ends. I mean, I get Elijah Arroyo, I get A.J. Barner, Nick Kellerup. I wasn't sure. That's really my surprise, and I think, Eric Sobert is the other one. You keep Sobert for, 8 years of experience, but, Kellerup didn't do a lot for me in the preseason here, but obviously they saw something that he liked, and they're asking a lot of their tight ends, the Seahawks are, to be able to block, pass, and different formations there. So maybe that's why there is 4. A couple real feel-good stories. Obviously, the first one is going to be Shaq Griffin coming back 9 years after being a 3rd-round draft pick by the Hawks in the 27 draft. So that's a real feel-good story, and I'm sure it was going to be close. It didn't look like he was going to make it just because he had little family issues, and we showed you out there he was, extra work, and so that's, for now, that's a good one. I think the other one, this is more of an affirmation for the team, and is Nick Emenwari just continuing. Not that he wasn't going to make the team, but just how he's accelerated and continues, his continued growth. And I remember Mike McDonald said we're going to put him in different situations. We're going to try to give him more and more and more, and he just kept on eating whatever they gave him. And what I mean by that is whether he was, safety position in terms of up there as an edge rusher, and also, maybe linebacking situation. All of those were in his ability to rush the quarterback and obviously to tackle and be positioned. It's a lot to be in the right position, a lot for a rookie, but clearly he made it there. So that's a feel-good story for me when I look at the roster, not just where the player made it, but kind of this is the transition from, I would say, the summer to the fall. And then Uchenna Nwosu, obviously, Nwosu's the other one. Good to see him. Now, if they can just get a full season for Nwosu, and we talked about him yesterday, Mike McDonald did as well, I think then you start seeing this defense begin to climb up to, that top 10 that they want to ascend to. And, Jake Bobo, we still don't know, and I don't know about Mike Morris and how long he'll be on the roster. I just haven't seen him practice in the last week, and yet he's on the 53-man roster, so there could be some administrative moves to come from there. But there it is. You saw the roster, and as I said, is now the transition from the Seahawks. They will go from this training camp, and the looming up there is the San Francisco 49ers as the Seahawks. They'll take a few days off here. We're going to hear from John Schneider tomorrow, but then after the Seahawks do get a few days off, and then when they come back, they will begin, as I said, to set their sights on first game of the season, San Francisco 49ers. All right, from the VMAC in Renton, Amaz Vida Mara Ere for the Cascadia Sports.net report. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for